I thought for a while about what to make. I wanted something that felt like home, not just another random dessert. Then I remembered my favorite cake, the one that's basically the edible postcard of Kyiv. So I decided to share a bit of nostalgia with you. Every city has a flavor. For Kyiv is this, a sweet monument of butter, nuts and stubborn optimism. Kyiv cake, or as some might call it, the Ukrainian version of diabetes with a patriotic aftertaste. It's crunchy on the outside, soft inside, and so rich it could make a sugar cube blush. But behind all that sweetness there is history, one that survived shortages, borders, and even the empire where it was made. This isn't just a dessert, it's Kyiv on a plate.
250 grams of flour, 4 egg yolks, 1 packet of vanilla sugar, 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, 250 grams of sugar, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 packet of baked pulver, and 230 grams of butter, 4 biscuit layer. $50 grams of butter, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 8 tablespoons of milk and 12 tablespoons of sugar for shiny chocolate glaze. $250 grams of nuts, 4 egg whites, 125 grams of flour, 200 grams of sugar, pinch of salt, 4 crunchy meringue layer. The first layer, our crunchy meringue. Start by pouring your egg whites into a large, perfectly clean bowl. No trace of yolks or oil should sneak in. Purity is what gives the meringue its strength. Don't forget a pinch of salt. Begin whisking slowly, then build up speed until the whites start to hold shape, gleaming like a winter morning sky. They should look soft, white and almost breathing. Now, little by little sprinkle in the sugar while keeping the rhythm steady. Don't rush it. Patience gives you that glossy cloud-like texture. The sound of the whisk changes when it's right, wider, smoother, as if the air itself would thrive inside. Next, mix the roasted nuts with a bit of flour. Their warmth will balance the sweetness, and gently fold them into the meringue. Use slow, circular movements, lifting rather than stirring, so the air stays inside. The texture should feel light yet alive, as if the whole thing could float off the spoon. That's when you know your meringue is ready, delicate, proud and full of promise. Now it's time to give our meringue a home. Line your baking form with parchment, smooth it down like you are tucking in a blanket. The meringue is fragile, but once inside the oven it will turn brave. Gently spoon the mixture in. Don't flatten it too perfectly, a few peaks here and there will bake into a beautiful texture. Slide the tray into a low oven around 120 degrees Celsius and let it bake for about an hour. The trick is patience. You're not really baking, you're drying it, letting the sugar and air form a quiet alliance. Too much heat and you'll get caramel, too little and it stays soft. The perfect Kyiv cake meringue should come out pale, crisp at the edges and whisper light in the center. While the oven hums softly, it's time to begin the second layer, the biscuit. Drop the egg yolks into a bowl, add sugar and crush it gently with the mixture. Not just to mix, but to feel how the crystals slowly give in. Next comes a spoonful of Greek yogurt, thick and cool, softening the mixture into a creamy base. A little later, pour in 3 teaspoons of sweetened condensed milk, zgushonka, the beloved treasure of every Soviet pantry. It adds both sweetness and that rich nostalgic note that makes Kyiv cake unmistakable. Now we pour this golden mixture into the form, slowly and carefully, like it deserves a little respect. Smooth the surface just enough to even it out, then send it into the oven at about 170 degrees Celsius. That's the perfect moment to talk about where this cake came from.
Now, while it bakes, a little bit of history. The Kyiv cake was never planned. In 1956, at the Karl Marx confectionery factory, someone forgot to store the egg whites properly. Instead of throwing them away, the confectioners baked them, layered with cream, and by accident invented one of Ukrainians' most iconic desserts. For decades, this cake was the pride of Kyiv. People carried it on trains as gifts, wrapped in its bright blue box with golden letters. If you brought Kyiv cake from a trip, you didn't just bring dessert, you brought a piece of the city's soul. And for me, this is more than sugar and nostalgia. It's the taste of childhood celebrations, busy kitchens and people that live there. It's my favorite cake because it feels alive, fragile, layered and impossible to rush. Just like life itself, maybe just a little bit sweeter.
After about 20 minutes, check your oven. The top should have toned a soft golden color, and when you press gently, it should spring back without leaving a mark. That's the thing, it's done. Take it out carefully, it's fragile when hot, just like any good memory. Let it rest for a few minutes. As it cools, the biscuit will firm up and fill the kitchen with the unmistakable sweet scent of home. Now it's time to prepare the cream, the soft, rich heart that will hold everything together. Take your butter, it should be soft, room temperature, the kind that bends easily under the spoon. Put it into a bowl and start whisking. At first it resists a little, but soon it begins to change. Lighter, silkier, almost glossy. You're not mixing it with anything yet, just letting it breathe and blend with itself until it looks like smooth ivory. Then, little by little, add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk and keep mixing. The two will match slowly, forming that unmistakable cream every Ukrainian kid grew up tasting. Add a small packet of vanilla sugar for aroma, just enough to make it smell like celebration. Keep stirring until the texture turns soft and thick like satin. The sound of the whisk gets quieter, the color warmer. That's when you know it's ready. Buttery, sweet, and a little dangerous. This is a taste that ties the whole Kyiv cake together. Now it's time for the glaze, the final glossy touch that crowns the Kyiv cake. In a small saucepan, mix cocoa powder with sugar. The two should blend into a dark, dry dust, simple but full of promise. Slowly pour in a bit of milk and place it over medium heat. As it warms, keep stirring gently. The sugar will begin to melt, the cocoa will dissolve, and suddenly the smell will change, deeper, sweeter, like an old cafe somewhere in the city center, filled with quiet music and warm light. Let it come to a soft boil just for a moment. Watch how it thickens slightly. That's the moment when everything inside it comes together. Then take it off the heat and let it rest for a few minutes. It needs to cool a bit before the final step. When it's no longer hot but still warm to the touch, drop in a small piece of butter, stir until it melts completely, giving the glaze its smooth mirror-like shine. This is the beautiful chocolate glaze, simple ingredients turning into something elegant. In a moment it will cover the cake like silk, sealing all the flavors beneath it. Now we begin the final act, the construction. Place the first biscuit layer on your serving plate. It should feel soft and springy, the calm foundation for everything that follows. Spread a generous layer of cream over it, smoothing it evenly to the edges. Don't rush, this part is all about balance. Next, gently place the meringue layer on top. You'll hear that light crackle under your fingers, the sound every Kyiv cake baker knows. Cover it again with cream, letting it fill every small space between the layers. Then add the second biscuit layer, pressing it down just a little, so the cream hugs it from below. Now take your chocolate glaze, still slightly warm and glossy, and pour it slowly over the top. Let it run down naturally, cover the surface like liquid glass. Don't force it, let gravity paint for you. When the glaze sets, decorate with the chopped roasted nuts. They'll stick beautifully to the soft chocolate, adding texture and a little sparkle. And if you still have some cream left, load it into a piping bag and small decorations along the edges. Step back for a second and look at it. That's not just a cake, it's a small piece of home rebuilt layer by layer. Crunchy, soft, sweet and proud, the Kyiv cake reborn once again. And here you have it, the Kyiv cake. Смачного!